Hiking Butterfly Peak and Rock Point. Parking is at the intersection of Table Mountain Road and Pathfinder Road, accessible from Highway 74. The area is about 4 miles north of Highway 371 and 11 miles south of Highway 243. The hike begins. Starting out by heading east on Pathfinder Road. The trail bears left at a ranch property. It then wraps around a fence line and into the forest. Keeping an eye out for rock cairns will be common on this hike. Butterfly Peak comes in view. Reaching a three-way junction after 1 mile. The right goes to Rock Point, the left goes toward Butterfly Peak. Taking a look at some interesting historical information next to Gold Hill. From here onward, the old 4-wheel drive road becomes more of a 2-leg drive-only route. Returning to the site of my famous rattlesnake jump scare video. I learned my lesson, I'm not going in there. Shortly beyond the mine is when the hike starts to get confusing. HPS directions say to stay on the road, but the obvious road to the right ends at a mine at it. There it is. Instead, I returned to the junction and proceeded forward on the use trail. Butterfly Peak is straight ahead, but with no obvious route leading toward it. The trail skirts to the right of the peak. Meanwhile, I kept a lookout for a trail breaking left. After having no luck, a small cairn catches my eye in a small wash. After that, other cairns mark a route going toward the peak. I continue to follow, much like Hansel and Gretel following breadcrumbs. Before long, the summit comes in view. Approaching the summit. On the summit of Butterfly Peak, the Summit 360. Elevation 6,240 feet. The summit shots. Heading back down. Following the cairns was also challenging when going back down. Being aware of the surroundings and keeping a sharp eye out for clues made all the difference. Before long, I was back on the used trail and descending the way I came. Back on the old mining road. Passing Gold Hill for the second time. And then back at the junction just 1 mile from the parking area. But instead, I was going to include nearby Rock Point. The summit is only about 1.5 miles away. Rock Point comes in view. Finding the summit used trail off the well-worn footpath. Rock Point it is. The used trail utilizes a wash before ascending granite slabs toward the summit. Rock ducks are a positive sign you are going in the right direction. Approaching the summit. There are a few boulders to bypass. The giant boulder marks the summit, since I will not go up a Class 5 boulder. On the summit of Rock Point, time to go back down to wrap up a peak climbing double feature. Back on the well-worn pathway and turning right. This time going straight on the Mile 1 junction. Mission accomplished. The hike in review. From the intersection of Table Mountain Road and Pathfinder Road, take Pathfinder East past some ranch homes. Before long, you were in the forest and heading past mining ruins toward Butterfly Peak. While keeping a sharp eye out for it, a summit-used trail leads to the peak. While coming back toward the parking area, I was able to include a visit to Rock Point before the sun went down.